Hello, my name is Steve Van Driest. I am the counselor for the Academy of Interdisciplinary Research, and this session here is to help you understand and see about maybe answering some of the questions you might have about signing up for dual enrollment for your ISR class. So dual enrollment is where you would get your college credit from Tennessee Tech, and then you also get your high school credit from Overton High School. Mr. Smith is our teacher for that class, and we're really kind of gearing this up for the spring of 2021 for the juniors taking ISR 3, because this is really the first time that your dual enrollment option is available to you. This PowerPoint here is put together initially by Tennessee Tech regarding dual enrollment. I will cover some of the highlights and as well as click some of the links to kind of show you around and help navigate. So they list the classes that this would count for on the Tennessee Tech transcript. So it's really kind of cool. You actually are working on getting college credit from Tech and starting that high school as well as college transcript. So when you apply to colleges in the future, you would include both your high school transcript and your Tennessee Tech transcript. Clearly, the first step to being able to be a college student with Tech as a dual enrollment student would be to apply. And so here is their website. Something to keep in mind is that there is a one-time $25 application fee to apply, as any college student would, to Tennessee Tech. Now, keeping in mind that by doing this one time, if you, for instance, apply as a college student in the future, you wouldn't have to pay the application fee again. And as application fees go, this is a relatively inexpensive cost to apply. So here is their link, and also there is going to be a deadline. Since this is going to be starting for January, the deadline to take care of all of the steps will be December 1st. Okay, new students will have several items to complete. Where'd the cursor go? There it is. Oh, the new students, so intent to attend form. There's some health forms. There's something called Tech Express with Tennessee Tech, a release form, kind of the registration in the course. That's when you get those other forms taken care of. Then you get registered in the course at Tech. And then there's also the TSAC dual enrollment grant application. That is an online thing, and we can kind of help you through some of those steps. You create an account, and then the dual enrollment grant with Tennessee actually then pays for the course. Returning students who had previously been enrolled with dual enrollment or at Tech, for instance, don't have to go through all of those steps because they've done some of them already. However, the intent to attend form, again, that happens each semester. Then there's the registration in the course at the Tech side of things. And again, there's the dual enrollment grant. Generally speaking, each credit hour is $166. That's what Tech charges. And so a course from them is a 3 credit hour course. So 166 times 3 would come up to the $498. It's like, oh gosh, I don't know if I want to be paying money to do this. So the way the dual enrollment grant works is that it will cover up to $500 of the first dual enrollment class. So if we go back one, it turns out the cost of one semester of dual enrollment class is about almost $500. So therefore, if you've never used the dual enrollment grant before, then it would be paid for. So the first class would be covered up to $500. And then the second class would also be covered up to $500. So the first 2 classes would essentially be free by taking advantage of the dual enrollment grant. If a student then decides to go for a third class, the dual enrollment grant covers $200 of that. So if you think about it, it's a $500 course. If the third class is $200, what that means is you would be left with about $300 to actually pay tuition toward Tech. As college credits go, it's extremely affordable compared to having to pay all of it out of pocket or considering taking out a loan. And there are further pieces of information here, but realistically, the first and second class are free when working through Tech for sure. So, other assistance, this slide basically is saying that if your parent is a state employee, there is a discounted tuition cost for students whose parent is actually employed by the state. And then there are some checklists here as well. So let's go and click on a checklist. So that first checklist brings us to a page that looks like admissions and has some information regarding dual enrollment. So you would be applying as a dual enrollment student. So this page is actually pretty slick and talks about dual enrollment, the admission requirements. It also lists us here as John Overton High School. If you have questions or how to reach out to them as well. You must be a high school junior or senior, 3.0 GPA or higher. And then those of you that complete the process and have kind of met all of those things, we will write an approval letter as well for you. And then how to apply. So dual enrollment checklist with active links. Right? And again, it says submit an application, go to tech. So let's play around with this website a little bit and get familiar with it. There's the checklist. This checklist goes on the left side all the way down to the red line, and then it brings you back up to the top for the right side. So this literally has check boxes for you. So apply to admissions, pay the application fee, and it gives the steps on how to do that. When you've done that, then myself and Mr. Smith can write a letter of recommendation for you, and we will be the ones that send your transcript. So then as you follow the line to the rest of the checklist, these are the rest of the items that you must go ahead and do. You click the links and submit things through DocuSign and such. You submit those items to Tennessee Tech, and when those things are done, completing the health forms, the release of authorization, that is when they will then add you to their class, okay? And then also the dual enrollment application is something that Mr. Smith and I can help you work through as well. And well, I guess that this actually, the other list is going to bring us to the checklist. So we can go ahead and go back one. So the checklist was listed here. Again, applying is the first thing. Here's these steps all over again. Submit your documents before registration, take care of those items, and then Tennessee Tech will get you launched into the course. Let's go to tennesseetech.edu/apply. So this page here, oh, hello lady. We got ourselves a pop-up. Apply to Tennessee Tech. It would be like an undergraduate essentially. So if you click apply, you would be applying for spring 2021, because in January is 2021. That is what you will click. And again, remember, as you get further into it, you will need to sign up as a dual enrollment student. So first time signing up, we would need to sign up on the right-hand side. Basically, you fill out your username, you create a password, and then at the bottom down here, it's off the page a little bit, is where you would then create your account. If you've created your account before, then you would sign back in on the left-hand side. But yes, again, remember, dual enrollment student. Now, if you were to come to the Tennessee Tech's kind of main landing page, you went to tntech.edu. It's very pretty. They have all their information. And similarly, student life research admissions. If you go to admissions, scholar, go down to dual enrollment. And that's going to bring us back to that same page. And oh, here we have another pop-up. So if you go to apply, it's going to bring you back to this page where you would log in or create your account. Okay, so those are some of the steps and a little bit of the ways you can navigate this page to get around and find the information you need. There's our pop-up. Again, I do think it can be really, really slick to make use of that dual enrollment checklist, that one-page information as well. So as you work through this process, you can certainly reach out to Mr. Smith and myself to assist. At the same time, please remember that if you run into problems with things from the Tennessee Tech side of things, they have additional, here we are, near the bottom here, there's admissions and phone number, and Mr. Tennant is down there as well. Lastly, the couple of names on this page, really Jesse Green is also a wonderful person to reach out to if you have specific questions. So that will end this little session here, and yeah, follow up with us if you have additional questions. Thank you very much.